When I initially bursted out the book before my first layer edit, which is what I'm working on right now, there might have been times where I put in a paragraph and said, flesh this out in a way where it's read better. But that turned out being a terrible idea because it would remove sentences, completely switch scenes, and if it was like a page's worth of stuff, then the whole thing would be out of order. And essentially I would be forced to read it from the beginning, go through the whole thing, find out where each sentence was missing something vital that maybe, because I consider words vital, I'm watching this in real time in my head. And so if I'm reading it and suddenly the anime is just completely clipped out on a certain scene, I have to now redo that by writing it all over again into the areas that it was removed in a whole page's worth of stuff, and then go back to re-editing it all over again regardless. It was more painful to use AI and watch it just completely butcher the things I was trying to do than to just do it myself. Especially now in my first layer edit, everything comes from me because when I'm editing, let's say I have certain scenes like Lily in chapter 30 when she's doing the slime and figuring out like how to ignite it, which that's not a spoiler. And so essentially that scene in between Mr. Briggs describing it and some other things that take place in dialogue, those things were like completely different areas. One was like down here, one was up here, down here. But as I'm editing it down, I'm like, this doesn't make real sense. And I would move one sentence higher, then I'd copy paste, move one sentence down, and then I'd copy paste this one down. And sometimes I would take a paragraph from way further up, and I'd be like, you know what, let's just save that fight sequence for all the way down here because it's a good fight sequence. I don't want to delete it, but it definitely doesn't need to fit where it is up there because that's me understanding how it looks in my head when I'm seeing it and how it's reading and how it's maybe too much this or that. And so these things are what I do in real time, and I'm like do like doing it real quick, copy paste edit, and sometimes going back and saying no, it was better the first way. I can't throw that into AI and then have to go back and read everything and think, all right, hopefully it didn't screw up, and then realize that it just all of it needs to be changed regardless. No. So that definitely comes from me as well. And let's see. Yeah, everything, every bit of writing, editing, I do it for hours. It comes from my heart, my soul. This is my gift, and it comes naturally.